Hey guys, so this is how this video is going to work. So first off, I'm going to tell you how I built my mechanical aim, what I went through to build what I have right now, and then I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I would do right now in Overwatch if I was building my mechanical aim for the first time and really practicing at it. So very fast, before I tell you about how I built my mechanical aim, I'm doing a giveaway right now where I'm giving away a $100 gift card for Blizzard, so you can use that to buy Overwatch loot boxes. I'm putting a link in the description. You don't have to sign up for anything, it's free. Link in the description, go check out the giveaway. So my mechanical aim would have started around 2015 when my friend got me into Counter-Strike on PC. Up until then, I'd really kind of just played console games, and really on my PC I just kind of played Call of Duty casually. I wasn't great at it at first, I had no mechanical aim, but my friend got me into Counter-Strike. I had owned Counter-Strike for a long time, but I was really just messing around in the death matches and in arms races, so really not building on anything. But my friend told me to try competitive, and I had never given a second thought to competitive before. I thought, that's just for people who care and try hard. I'm just here to just kind of relax and have fun. So I tried it out, and I quickly fell in love with it. And I also quickly learned that I needed to work on my aim. And I'm sure that's where a lot of you are at right now. You feel like the only thing holding you back is your mechanical aim. And that could be so. You might have really good game sense, but the mechanical aim and muscle memory just has not been built yet. And I have good news for you. Building your mechanical aim is really easy, but the bad news is that it takes a while. You just gotta work at it. So on my journey through building my mechanical aim, there is really nothing hard about it. It's just practice and repetition. Always be playing. You need to keep these things in mind. So in Counter-Strike, how did I do it? And don't worry, I'll start talking about Overwatch a lot more here in like 30 seconds. So in Counter-Strike, what I would do, if any of you are familiar with that, there was a game mode called Deathmatch, where it basically keeps spawning people randomly throughout a map, and you're all just killing each other. The second you die, you respawn like 2 seconds later. So you're just always practicing aim. You don't know where the next person is, so it's like a real match. You're really peeking corners cautiously, because you're playing like it's real. You're practicing your aim. I would do deathmatch for like an hour or two at a time, just working on headshots or just trying to work on whatever. And I really started to see improvement within the week. And I know it sounds kind of crazy, but when you're really practicing at this stuff, when you're putting in the hours and the repetition, you will see improvement very fast. If you guys know who the War Owl is on YouTube, a Counter-Strike YouTuber, he said it takes about 6 months to develop good mechanical aim, and I completely agree with him. I believe that if you put in the practice and you're putting in the repetition in the games, I think 6 months is all it takes before you really have solid mechanical aim. So now here we are on Overwatch. Fast forward to 2016 when this game came out. I first fell in love with McCree. I pretty much only played McCree Season 1 and 2 of Overwatch. And through playing McCree those first 2 seasons and really practicing at my mechanical aim and just non-stop playing him, now I can look back at Overwatch throughout my entire life in gaming. I can look back to me when I played Overwatch and I can say, that was the game that changed the way I played first-person shooters. So I do get asked a lot, Nateson, how do I build or how do I improve my mechanical aim? And the answer is really you always have to be playing. So I went into the practice range and I recorded a couple of warm-ups or types of practice that I would recommend people trying to build their aim for the first time do. Okay, so one of the first practices I would do is a flick shot practice. So you see what I just did there? I'm kind of sitting at the corner of the range, and then I had my crosshair on the little light beacon, and then I would flick the shot over to the robot and watch this. Try to flick it just like that. You're going to start on the light, and then you're going to flick to the robot, and then flick back onto the light. The next test would be flicking between 2 of the training bots. Just like you saw there, and it's okay to miss every once in a while, and I'm not going to claim I have the absolute perfect aim, but you're going to see me hitting most of my shots. Sometimes being in the practice range can get boring, so just put on some music, like open up your Spotify, whatever, play a YouTube video, because you're going to get bored really fast if you're just sitting in here practicing the same thing over and over. And guys, the second you get bored of doing this, go ahead and just leave. You know, this is probably the most boring thing you could do in a video game. And so then if you ask me, like, okay, well, Nateson, what do we do when we're just bored of practicing in the practice range? We're tired of the flick shots, or tired of practicing the tracking shots. What do we do when we want to practice our aim outside of the training grounds? Well, the answer is just go play competitive or quick play or whatever. get into whatever game mode you want to play. Play McCree. Well, so I look at McCree as like the best way to practice your mechanical aim because he's the hardest hero with mechanical aim. I say just play McCree in competitive or quick play and just keep playing. Work on your good positioning and then just work on those shots. Just act like you're in the training grounds. Just try to land as many shots as possible and you'll see improvement. And playing in the training grounds is a good way to start. If you've been playing FPS games for like a year or two now, you really haven't spent a lot of time practicing your aim, but you've been playing for a while, you may not want to start on the training grounds because if you've already built some mechanical aim, you may want to just start in competitive and just keep playing. And the great thing about mechanical aim is that it carries from game to game. So you don't even have to practice Overwatch mechanical aim in Overwatch, because that's not how mechanical aim works, guys. Mechanical aim is your mechanical aim. If you own Counter-Strike and you have a map downloaded that helps you with your aim, go ahead and play on that if you like doing that. You know, kick on some Spotify and just play on that, because that mechanical aim does carry over as long as you're kind of in the same sensitivity range. Go play that. If you're a Quake player, man, Quake players have great mechanical aim because the game is so fast-paced. Go play some Quake and just work on your mechanical aim. And then there are different things online you could download that run little programs that are just like training simulators for mechanical aim. I've never used those because I just kind of stick to the games themselves, but I just want to let you guys know that there's no like secret way to improving mechanical aim. So if someone claims to have figured it out, it's pretty much BS. This is just, you got to practice the repetition, and it only takes 6 months. If you're playing frequently and practicing for 6 months, there's going to be a drastic improvement, and you're going to get to the point where you're even shocked at yourself how much you've improved, because that's what happened to me when I was really going at it at Counter-Strike for the first time and practicing my aim. You know, I went from just having to buy P90s every round to now, okay, I'm buying AKs and I'm starting to hit some headshots. And it was just the same in Overwatch. I started Overwatch with like, yeah, kind of okay mechanical aim. I could hit some stuff. And then I went to, okay, now I feel like I've really gotten decent at the game, because my aim has just drastically improved. So I hope you guys were able to learn something from this video and found it helpful. I know mechanical aim is always going to be a pretty huge topic to discuss, so I hope I was able to be of some help. So again, don't forget to sign up for the giveaway I'm doing. It's completely free. The link is in the description. I'm going to be live streaming on Twitch tonight at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you guys all have a great rest of the day. See ya.